Welcome to this guided visualization meditation for success in life. Take a moment to get nice and comfortable, and when you're ready, just gently close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose to a count of 4. And pause for 4. Breathe out of the mouth for 4. Again, pause. And repeat. And take your time tuning in to your breath. Sometimes if we've had a busy day, our focus might not be perfect at first. And that's completely fine. Just take your time and gently guide your mind back to your breath whenever you need to. And just continuing to count in those cycles of 4. And remember to enjoy the simplicity of doing nothing but observing the breath. Sometimes we have far too much on the mind, and sometimes we are far too busy. And that is why we deserve to take this little bit of time to enjoy a simpler way of being, just tuning in to the breath. Now take a moment to observe where you're currently at in your mind and your body. Remember, there is no right or wrong. We're simply saying, hey, how are we doing at the moment? And just observing. Now, in a moment, we are going to begin to meditate on success. But there is one very important thing that I must ask you to do. If you often do this type of visualization where you're focusing on success, I'm going to ask that you focus on a different kind of success to whatever you usually focus on. If you usually focus on wealth, perhaps focus on health success or success in relationships and so on. So choose a form of success that you do not usually meditate on. And just take your time to decide what that form of success looks like. And briefly describe what that success is. For instance, I'm visualizing being the perfect family member, a pillar of support for those whom I love. And so let's just mindfully recap where we are. Sitting comfortably, observing the breath. We've chosen a form of success that we don't usually meditate on. And we've just described that success briefly to ourselves. Now, begin to visualize that type of success. What would it look like if you were successful in this way? And I'm going to ask you a few questions for you to fill in the details to paint a picture of what this success looks like. First of all, remind yourself what this success is. Describe what that success would mean. What would this type of success allow you to do that you do not currently do? If you were successful in this way, what would you look like? Would your body be different at all? Would you perhaps wear different clothes? Now imagine the people whom you are close to. If you were successful in this way, how would it change the way that you relate to those people whom you love? How would this success change the way that you feel about yourself? And what else would this success mean? Just take your time to paint that detailed picture in your mind, that picture of success. Now here is the most important step. We are visualizing our success, but what will happen is that the mind will bring up some objections or perhaps some challenges. For instance, right now, as I visualize being the perfect, supportive family man, I'm aware of certain economic challenges. Now, how I'm going to respond to this is firstly to say, yes, this challenge does exist, and acknowledge it. And then think of pathways through which you can overcome that challenge to be successful. Allow you to do that for a few minutes, and then I shall recap. back to that vision of success, acknowledging any hurdles, and visualizing taking the necessary steps to overcome those hurdles so that you can be successful. Now, the quality and efficacy of this meditation is going to depend on two things. What you get out of this will entirely depend on these two things. Firstly, the specificity and detail of your success. In other words, being very specific about what you want to achieve and visualizing it in detail. And secondly, facing and accepting the challenges and visualizing overcoming them. Many people try to avoid that second step and pretend there are no challenges. This will not do you any favors. Acknowledge the challenges that exist and visualize overcoming them. Soon our guided meditation will come to an end, but we shall end slowly and mindfully, carrying with us that vision of success. And when we open our eyes, there's one more thing that I would ask you to kindly do for me, if you would be so kind. Firstly, let us open our eyes to a count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the final thing that I would ask for you to do, which will make this meditation more real and help other people, leave a brief comment describing what your success looks like. You don't have to be too personal or to provide, any private details. Just a kind of idea of what your success is. I would really love to see that in the comments. Thank you ever so much, and I'll see you next time.